7 silent signs of depression you might be ignoring. Neuroscience explains. Depression doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like exhaustion, like irritability, like losing interest in things you once loved. And sometimes it looks completely normal from the outside. Today, we're going to talk about 7 silent signs of depression that many people ignore because they don't realize what's happening inside their brain. Think about a normal week. You wake up tired even after sleeping. Small tasks feel heavier than they should. You cancel plans, not because you're busy, but because you don't have the energy. At work, you stare at your screen longer. At home, conversations feel harder. You're physically present, but emotionally distant. And the most confusing part is this: you can't explain why. That confusion is common in depression. Depression is not simply a mood, it's a whole brain condition. Neuroscience shows that depression affects key brain areas: the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and motivation; the amygdala, which processes emotional reactions; the hippocampus, important for memory and emotional regulation. When these systems become dysregulated, everyday life feels heavier, not because you're weak, but because your brain is under strain. Let's look at 7 silent signs. 1. Persistent mental fatigue. This is not ordinary tiredness. It's waking up already drained. It's feeling like everything requires more effort than it should. Research shows depression can disrupt energy regulation and increase inflammatory stress responses in the body. Your exhaustion is not imaginary. 2. Losing interest without drama. You don't hate the things you used to enjoy. You just don't feel much toward them anymore. This is called anhedonia, a reduced ability to experience pleasure. It is one of the strongest neurological markers of depression. 3. Irritability instead of sadness. Depression does not always look like crying. In many adults, especially men, it shows up as frustration, impatience, or emotional numbness. If you feel more reactive than usual, this may be part of the picture. 4. Difficulty concentrating. You reread the same sentence multiple times. Simple decisions feel overwhelming. Brain imaging studies show reduced activity in attention and executive function networks during depressive episodes. This is not laziness, it's cognitive slowdown. 5. Withdrawing socially. You stop replying. You cancel plans. You avoid conversations. Not because you don't care, but because interaction feels exhausting. Depression reduces the brain's sense of reward from social connection. 6. Sleep changes. You either sleep too much or not enough. Depression disrupts circadian rhythms and REM sleep cycles, which directly affect mood stability. 7. Feeling like a burden. This one is quiet but powerful. A persistent thought that you are inconveniencing others, that your presence makes things harder. This belief is strongly associated with depressive thinking patterns. In the book Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy, psychiatrist Dr. David D. Burns explains how depression is often fueled by distorted automatic thoughts, beliefs that feel real but are not objectively accurate. Thoughts like, "I'm not enough," "I always fail," "nothing will change." These are symptoms of depression, not facts about who you are. Understanding that difference can change everything. You are not your thoughts. If you recognized yourself in this video, that doesn't automatically mean you have clinical depression, but it may mean you need attention, care, and support. Depression is treatable. Therapy works. Medication can help when appropriate. Lifestyle changes support recovery. There is real hope backed by decades of research. If you recognized yourself in this video, that does not mean you are broken. It means you may need support. You don't have to go through this alone. Talking to someone you trust or a mental health professional can make a real difference. If this video made you feel seen, like, share, and comment. Your story may help someone who is struggling in silence. You are not alone. MindUmbra is here to help. I'll see you in the next video.